we're Chris and Cindy. Welcome to Our Champagne Life. It is a cold one today. Right, Chris? Is it cold?
It sure is cold.
Are you cold?
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
It's like Santa coming down.
Silly. All right, what are we doing today?
Today we're going to do the rudder packing and replace the Bilge and charge batteries.
Nice.
Hook up the shore power. Hook up the generator to inside.
So Chris is cleaning off some of the corrosion and muck that is on the bolt, so it's easier for him to get it loose down by the packing area. Now he is trying to loosen the bolt. It's stuck pretty good, and he was working at it for a while, but he finally was able to get it loose.
All right there, YouTubers. Getting ready to put this last ring of packing in the port side rudder post seal area. And you want to cut that at a 45-degree angle. The reason is you want to create a tortuous path for the water to go through. The water, obviously this packing keeps the water from coming into the boat and flooding the boat out. That's always a bonus. You want to enjoy your day, not fail your day. Words to live by. So, and also, as you do each ring, you want to stagger these joints. I've seen on YouTube where they just kind of shove it anywhere. If you're going to stagger the joint, you want to have it at least 90 degrees apart. Sometimes people just go 180, 180. But if you have more than 2 rings of packing, you really should go 90 because then that tortuous path kind of works its way around instead of having 2 points. That's it.
What to do, wrap it around. You get a measurement where they intersect. You gotta keep in mind your 45-degree angle too. So as you come around, make a mark on where your 45-degree angle is. And you can mark it, you can eyeball it, or you can do the redneck trick here. I put my thumbnail in it to mark it.
Next thing you want to do, you want to put some packing lube on it. And this does 2 things. It allows your seal area to be, for it to kind of walk into the seal area a little bit better, get into the housing, and it also helps seal it up a little bit. It also helps with your, while you're packing it as well. This is called, for those who make hair, the toe of the seal, and this top part's the heel. I mark the heel so it comes around, so I want to cut this way so those will stack on top of each other. It really should use packing lube. This is never sees, but if you know anything about packing lube, it never sees and packing lube. So it's kind of the same thing. When you try to do it nice like this, kind of like lubricating an O-ring. You want to get all that oil all over the O-ring, all the surfaces. Whether these are up or down, it really doesn't matter because it's a torches path in both directions, the same angle. So, all right, you got to try to stagger those. So I forgot where I left my last ring. I got to find it.
What we'll do here, see the 45? So I like to have that. So that way this bottom 45 just presses into it instead of trying to fight it to get on top. And stick it underneath there. And just work around. Try to make sure it doesn't twist on you.
Lube on your
Packing threads. This is your lock nut I'm spinning down right now. So just spin that down out of the way. And lubricate your threads. Get that nut to start falling down.
And how do you know when to stop turning?
Well, so here's the deal. When you're doing this packing, there, YouTube, you want to have it so that you want to have it compressed so that there's really no give, but you can tighten this too much, then you won't be able to steer the boat because the rudder is supposed to be locked up. It'll act like a brake. So two things that kind of help that is having a lubrication on there, because that'll get in between the packing. It actually allows you to create a better seal without having it all bind up. It also kind of lets the packing go a little bit longer. And so you want to try to find that happy spot. So right now while I'm tightening, based off of the reach, I could tighten this by hand, but I just don't have the leverage to turn it by hand. So I'm kind of tightening this and feeling how does it feel snug, like it just did just there.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel it snug. Then you go up and you test the steering in the boat.
Obviously, if we were in the water, we would go until the water stops coming out. Because that's a great way to find out if the seal's not. But with that in mind, you want to kind of have it set to where it's about the smallest amount possible that you think it'll stop the leakage, and it'll steer okay. And then when you put it in the water, that's the first thing you're to check. Or anything that you touched that was a hull, if you change the through hull, you change the sea strainer pickup on there, anything that there's a hole in the boat that you either reworked or you just created, you want to have them put it in the water and immediately start looking at that stuff. Don't worry about how fast it is yet. Just worry about if it's going to get across line on sound, you're not going to have to swim your way back.
So when we have them splash our boat, we need to have like somebody be in here and keep an eye on that maybe?
Yeah, or we can have them look at it. That feels pretty good. That's about just as much drag, and that's what you're looking for. How much drag is that shaft dragging on that packing? And if you notice, I didn't lock the lock nut. There's a lock nut underneath it. I'm not going to do that until I do my final packing adjustment. Once I'm satisfied where it is, I'll lock that up. Because if you don't lock it up, as you drive around steering the boat around, that top nut might start walking its way off, and that'll create leakage. So you want to have that lock nut underneath that other packing nut, so that it'll stay right there and you have good packing. If it leaks down the road, loosen that locking nut up, give it like a quarter ton, or based on how it feels. Check it all back out again, and then lock the lock nut up. And that's it. All right, YouTubers, our next evolution is to troubleshoot the bilge pump. And in this process right now, we're going to play, instead of where's Waldo, where's Cindy? Do you see her in there? Now, my wife's awesome because Chris is circumferentially challenged, but disappearing Cindy can fit anywhere. So she's back there to try to go after this sucker.
We think we found the reason. Are you still filming?
Yeah, Cindy found that one of the wires was disconnected. So those of you new to wiring, if all your wires aren't connected, the motor on the other side will not work.
Can I just say, people are right. This is a very flattering angle.
I don't have flattering angles.
No, this is a really flattering angle for you.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.